Hello, I'm the owner of a small company. I used to run a woodcrafting business turning out many different product lines made from fast-growing local maple. I employed up to 50 people from my community and was able to meet payroll until the crash. The sudden drop in business caused me to default on some of my scheduled payments. I lost my line of credit at the bank and went out of business. Like most of the other closed-up businesses around here, I still have skilled employees ready to come back to work, and I'm sure demand would pick up for the local services like restaurants if more people around here just had jobs in productive businesses that sold into the larger economy, bringing in money from outside like mine did. But the banks aren't lending around here, and most people's savings are steadily draining away into the larger economy, leaving our local economy starved for money. I think that's a familiar story. So how does Give Yourself Credit propose to help me and my community? By providing the means to give yourself credit. For local services, the liquidity needed can be provided by a locally accepted substitute for conventional money. This has always been the fallback for communities when the banking system fails them. And if you still have productive capacity like available wood, skilled workers, and potential demand in the larger economy, why should a crisis that the reckless and predatory banks in New York and London created be preventing your community from operating at its potential? Money becomes money by acceptance. We have been accepting their bank credit money unquestioningly. Most people don't realize it, but in the current system, almost all money is bank credit, created by the borrower in the act of taking a loan from a bank. Bank credit is, in fact, nothing more than the borrower's promise to pay it back in bank credit or cash. What your community needs is another way to create credit that can circulate as de facto money. We recommend a paradigm change in what money is. Instead of money being created as a debt of itself, or a fancy paper note or a gold coin or anything else in a limited supply, a credit should be a promise of payment in any of the real goods or services that members of the community can produce or offer, for which there is assured demand. In addition, credit should be payable only in the real output it promises. Thus, credit is created by someone reliable promising to supply something someone wants, and is extinguished when that something has been supplied and the want satisfied. In the meantime, which could be up to a year, that credit can be saved as inflation-proof savings, secured by a legal claim on specific production, or it can be used as an alternative means of exchange instead of cash or bank credit. This includes local government credits being spent on local government services, the credits being redeemable for taxes. What is required of the community is acceptance of an additional form of money based on the abundance potential of your community. Give Yourself Credit cannot create that acceptance. That is up to you and your community. Give Yourself Credit wants to provide you with the means by which businesses and local government can reach their real abundance potential by spending their expected income directly into circulation as time-limited, inflation-proofed producer credits that can serve all the essential functions of money. It's really very simple. The degree to which the community accepts these redeemable defined value credits as money will determine how much they expand the effect of local money supply and stimulate the local economy. In the short term, that depends on selling a new idea. In the long term, acceptance depends on how reliable are the promised deliveries. As real economic activity increases, more credit can be issued to match the increased production. Money can be as abundant as your community's productivity and trust in each other allows. Imagine how your local business network, Chamber of Commerce, and City Hall could cooperate to create your town's own money based on your town's own productive potential, with only your town responsible for its integrity, not Washington or Wall Street. Here's a picture of how this local money might flow within and beyond your own community. Every stage in the production-consumption process can issue credits against its own products or services, creating a means of paying local suppliers and employees directly from near-future sales. Once set up, this cycle can be financing that is self-perpetuating. All credits must eventually return to their source and be redeemed for a sale or expire. All credits are defined in value by the prices of the real goods or services they represent, and are limited in volume by the actual abundance of products the credits promise. Therefore, unlike conventional money, the total volume of credits in circulation has no effect on the value of any particular credit. There is no conventional monetary inflation or deflation. As you can see, this would provide the means to restart a local economy, because all it takes to create money is a need and someone who can be trusted to fill that need. Thus, a business revival could be made possible by financing the exporting businesses directly with promises of shares in the resulting production, independent of the banks. The community shares the risk and the benefits. Local service businesses can create a local means of exchange simply by spending credits that can be redeemed for a sale or part of one, like we do with a gift certificate. Money is an artifice. In the real world, there can only be real shortages of resources and skills. The lack of an additional means of exchange is the lack of a skill, not the lack of a resource. Skills can be learned. Voting in a rigged system run by the 1% who control the money system can never deliver freedom or democracy. Only by taking control of your own local money creation can real freedom and democracy be achieved. Give Yourself Credit is here to offer you the means, and we hope the motivation. The skills we will have to develop together as we put the new evolutionary paradigm into practice.